Hi everyone! Today I want to discuss a globally used financial principle by Dave Ramsey. Ito yung 7 baby steps ni Dave Ramsey na ginagamit niyang advice para sa mga taong nalululun sa malalang utang. But what I want to do with this video is to simplify it or modify it according to our Philippine customs. Kasi iba naman talaga yung kultura natin, hindi siya pwedeng i-apply like it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of principle. Ano ba muna yung 7 baby steps ni Dave Ramsey? Number 1, save $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. Number 2, pay off all debt except the house using the debt snowball. Number 3, save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Number 4, invest 15% of your household income for retirement. Number 5, save for your children's college fund. Number 6, pay off your home early. Number 7, build wealth and give. Okay, hindi siya all applicable to Philippine culture. Maybe in some cases, like kung sobrang middle class ka or upper middle class ka, but not for everyone. But I think pwede na siya i-tweak ng konti para maging based siya sa Filipinos na may problema sa utang at babad sa utang. So, ang modification ko, magiging 8 steps siya. Baby steps modified for Philippines. Ito yung aking 8 steps nga lang siya. 1. Save 100,000 pesos for your starter emergency fund. Number 2. Kill all debt except the house. Using a snowball avalanche hybrid method. Number 3. Get life and health insurance immediately. Number 4, build a 6-month comprehensive emergency fund. Number 5, invest 20% of your income for retirement. Number 6, fund your children's college education. Number 7, pay off your home mortgage early. And number 8, protect your wealth from family codependency. Okay, isa-isahin natin yan. Yung unang-unang step, yung emergency starter fund. Alam ko medyo mahirap siguro for a lot of people, especially fresh grads, na mag-start ng mag-ipon to 100,000. But hindi mo naman kasi kailangan maglagay ka agad ng 100,000 agad. Pwede mo siyang i-start with 1,000, maybe next month gusto mo mag 2,000, pwede ka mag-start 500, maybe next month pwede ka 2,000, ganyan. So parang depende kung anong kaya mo, no? But ako kasi, yung unang sweldo ko sa emergency fund pumupunta and then I forget about it. Yun lang yun. Emergency tsaka sinking funds and then forget about it and then work with the budget I have para hindi ako gumagastos ng beyond my means. Okay, number 2 is obliterating debt tayo, no? Kasi nga, di ba, yung advice ni Dave Ramsey para yun sa mga nalululun sa utang. Ang snowball method is when you start with the smallest debt to the biggest debt. Isa-isain mo yon. Psychologically, maganda kasi siya dahil pag natanggal yan sa yung isang debt, yung sarap ng feeling, meron ka na-obliterate na isang debt. Diba? Yung avalanche method naman, magsa-start ka with the debts na may highest interest rate. Ito, mathematically, pag tinira mo to, mas malaki yung chances mo na makaahon sa utang dahil nga, hindi ka nabababad sa interest issues. No? What I did before was both. I attacked once with the highest interest rate, which also happened to be the smallest debt. Nagkataon na mas malaki yung utang sa credit card kaysa sa utang ko sa nanay ko, yung credit card may interest yung nanay ko, wala. So, inuna ko yun. Okay? Yun. Number 3 na baby step is insurance. Okay, full disclosure, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. Covered kasi ako ever since bata pa ako dahil yung mom ko, nagkaroon siya ng foresight to be able to provide all of us siblings with insurance. But may pinangagalingan kasi yon. Kasi yung lolo ko noon, when he died, nahirapan yung mom ko and her siblings to cope with what's happening surrounding his death, di ba? Yung bang hindi ka makapag-grieve properly because you have financial logistics to take care of, as well as yung logistics nung paglilibing, funeral arrangements, all of that. So parang, my mom didn't want us kids to experience what she experienced before. So talagang kinover niya kaming lahat. Yun yung reason bakit maganda na insure nyo ang mga sarili nyo kasi alam mo problema sa Pilipinas? Yung lahat tayo, karamihan sa atin, is one emergency away from bankruptcy. Like, magkaroon ka lang ng malalang medical condition, tapos uubusin lahat ng hospital bills yung pera mo. Okay? So, wala ka na doon kung wala ka ng, kuwari, emergency fund mo, 500,000 lang or 1 million lang, tapos mas mataas din yung hospital bills. Paano na? 'Di ba? So, might as well insure yourselves. At saka pag kami nangyari sa'yo, at least yung loved ones mo, hindi magkukumahog maghanap ng solusyon para sa'yo. 'Di ba? So, number 4, comprehensive emergency fund. So this one should be good for 180 to 360 days, meaning 6 months to 1 year. Nangyari to sa aming mag-asawa na may matinding pinagdaanan. Kwento ko in another video. At nagamit namin yung emergency funds namin na 1 year worth. Kasi we had like more than a year's worth of emergency funds. Tapos, yon, nangyari pa nga nun dahil BPI preferred client na kami, na downgrade kami to BPI preferred next. Kasi yung husband ko below 45 years old. So, pasok pa kami sa BPI Preferred Next. Pero, ayun, we're now in the process of rebuilding that emergency funds. It took us 2 years to get back to 100 days. Ang lala. Ngayon, kinakalat na namin yung pera namin sa iba't ibang high-yield savings accounts and other conservative investments. So, medyo malabo na makabalik kami sa BPI Preferred status anytime soon. Pero, alam namin may pera kami elsewhere kasi nakastash yan sa iba't ibang lugar. Hey, number 5 na baby steps, retirement fund. Okay, ito yung reason why I had to tweak sa Philippine settings kasi ang dami din tao na iisip lang nila yung retirement when they hit my age. And I am one of those people. I am guilty of that also, no? I tweaked this kasi yung sinasabi ni Dave Ramsey, 15% of your sweldo is set aside mo for retirement. Hindi enough yung 15% sa atin kasi 7% ang inflation rate ng Pilipinas. So, kung matanda ka na nag-start ng retirement fund mo like I'm 49, ngayon lang nag-isip ng retirement, maglagay ka ng 20% from your income dun sa high-yield savings account siguro. Ang ginagawa nung iba, they put them in MP2. In my case, nilaladerize ko yung MP2. Pero ikwento ko na naman yan sa ibang video. Mayroon din namang high-yield savings account, pwedeng ganon. Pwede mong ilagay sa iba't ibang investments. Kung aggressive ka, actually, a lot of people are aggressive in their 30s and 40s. Kung aggressive ka, lagay mo doon. Meron din actually yung Sun Life na pang-retirement kasi na-mention to sa akin ng financial advisor ko. So, if you have a Sun Life account, talk to your financial advisor. Baka pwede ka niyang bigyan ng plan. Ganon. And number 6, college fund. Admittedly, wala kami nito. Wala kaming anak. 40 years old na ako nag-asawa, wala kaming anak ng husband ko, but I'm taking a page from my mom when I wrote this modification. Hindi ko man nagamit yung yung college education plan ko kasi my mom got us CAP. Nung time na yun, sarado na yung company na yun. But my mom was prepared for all of that. So, aside from yung college fund na nasa plan, naglagay din siya ng mga savings, college namin, sa college fund namin. Hindi ko nagamit yung CAP kasi sa UP nga niya ako pinag-aral, mababa yung tuition doon. Pero nagamit niya yung mga na-save niya para sa tuition ng mga kapatid ko kasi yung brother ko na sumunod sa akin, DLSU siya, Del Salle University. My sister sa Binild naman nag-aral and then my youngest brother naman San Beda sa Alabang. Na-cover yun lahat ng mom ko kasi pinagplanuhan niya talaga kaming magkakapatid. A lot of my friends also use GoTime. Yung GoTime, may goals yun. May goals feature siya na pwede kang unti-unti mag-ipon doon mataas ang interest. Maya also has a goals feature for that na mataas din yung interest. I even have a video of that. I'll add it to the description. And then, yung iba naman, MP2 rin, nagagamit nila for college fund. So, okay din yun, di ba? Okay, number 6, pay off your mortgage agad-agad. Installment fatigue is real, guys. Sa totoo lang, nasa second year pa lang kami ng mortgage. Gusto ko na siyang bayaran ng buo, nakakainis na kasi. Like, ang laki-laki na nakakaltas niya sa sweldo. So, right now, what we're planning to do, kasi may minimum yun para magbayad ka sa principal, what we're planning to do is ipon kami ng 1 year's worth of money to pay off the principal, at least part of the principal, para mabawas-bawasan naman yung binabayaran naming mortgage. Kasi sa totoo lang talaga, ayoko kasi na matagal na bayaran. Installment nga lang sa gadget, naiinis na ako. Gusto ko na bayaran ng buo, diba? So, focus on that. Pagka okay ka na doon sa ano mo, sa first 6 baby steps mo, focus on that, no? Nandito kami ngayon ng husband ko, since wala namang kaming anak, nandito kami ngayon sa paying mortgage na isa-isa. Pero, alam niyo, minsan namimiss ko rin yung renting kasi ang baba niya, tas ang dami kong ipon, 'di ba? Ngayon, iniisip ko na lang na pag natapos ng lahat to, nabayaran na namin lahat, amilyar na lang iisipin namin. Maybe maintenance. Yun. Tapos, number 8, this is my biggest tweak kasi wala nga step 8 si Dave Ramsey. So, wealth protection. Why do I say this? Kaya I had to modify Dave Ramsey step 7 kasi medyo iba ang kultura natin, no? Ang napansin ko kasi, meron tayong codependency sa family, financial. So, dalawa kasi yung nakikita ko major problems. One, adults who are still dependent on their parents even when they're in their 30s and 40s. Okay. 2, parents who turn their children into retirement plans. Lumaki nga ako sa bahay na hindi ganun yung magulang ko kasi yung magulang ko, pinag-ipunan talaga kami, pinaghandaan talaga kami, bago kami naging 4, lahat kami napagplanuhan. Yung kailangan nating nando sa kultura natin, parang build wealth and give ni Dave Ramsey. Delikado tayo dun sa give kasi a lot of people are giving too much na wala tinitira sa sarili. 'Di ba? Yung mom ko, nung pinautang ako noon dati, ang mga inuutang ko sa kanya, 500,000, 400,000, mga ganyan. Ako, binabayaran ko yun. Even if she says na bibigay na lang niya yun, nakakahiya. Kasi pinag-ipunan niya yun ni retirement niya yun. Para sa retirement niya yun, bakit ko yun kukunin, di ba? So, even though medyo natagalan, 3 years to pay, at least binabayaran ko nanay ko para naman hindi ko ginagalaw yung retirement fund niya, di ba? So, anong gagawin natin dito? Pag sinabi natin wealth protection, di ba kaya nga tayo merong baby step sa earlier na i-fund nyo yung retirement nyo. Yun, pinagpaplanuhan nyo. Next is, i-guard nyo rin siya when you reach a certain age. Baka hindi na rin tayo pwede sa masyadong aggressive na investing. Ganyan. But, give every peso a job. Dapat, meron siyang trabaho, whether emergency fund, sinking fund, family issue fund, meron. May trabaho siya. Para pag lahat ng pera mo, aware ka na may trabaho at ang mga kamag-anak mo, aware na may trabaho ang pera mo, you can set boundaries. So yun, very important to set boundaries. Ngayon, kayo, nasa na kayo doon? Yun ang gusto ko itanong. Share nyo naman kung na-reach nyo na yun, whether you're using Dave Ramsey's baby steps or you've looked into my baby steps modification. Nasaan kayo ngayon? Kwento nyo naman. Okay? And thanks for listening. Bye!